everybody, welcome to the listing for my 1988 G20 or Chevy van G20. That is just beautiful and it's ready to hit the road. Unfortunately, I'm selling this because I suffered a really bad car crash a couple years ago, and unfortunately my back is not going to be where it needed to be for me to work on these old beauties. But I'm a classic car guy, and I think this one is going to appeal to anybody looking for a cool van to ride around in, a boogie van, a day van. If you want to go camping, you have all the places in California. And honestly, for the price of rent in California right now, if you lived in this for 4 months, you paid your rent. So, just putting that out there. So it's the 350 5.7 Chevy TBI. This thing has been gone through, and I mean gone through. It's even had the TBI fuel regulator rebuilt, all new parts installed on that. HEI has been done, vacuum's been done, new canister, etc, etc. There's a huge list of things, and I would recommend anybody seriously interested in this van take a look through the listing, and I will try to be as thorough with that as I can. And yeah, I mean, where to start with this thing? It's the stance of it is beautiful. The wheels have been refurbished. They have brand new Toyo open country, and they're all-terrain tires, and these babies were I think all in with installation was $1,600. So right away it's $1,600 right there you getting. And new center caps installed too. It's a common issue with the old ones, they kind of look crappy and they fade, so just went and put brand new ones on it right away. Now, I haven't thoroughly detailed this. I've given it a quick wash, and I've tried to go around it with a bit of tire black and just make it pop a little bit, but it could really use a full detail. I'll leave that to the new buyer. I mean, you can hear it, and it purrs absolutely beautiful. We'll step inside shortly just to show how that looks. You have tinted windows all around. The window shades all work. You can literally sleep in this. It could be, however you want it. You've got the shore hook up there. It does work. There's a power outlet inside, which we'll go through. All the marker lights. It's had brand new tail light lenses installed. New tire cover. The tire at the rear, spare tire, holds air and is in good condition. It is tagged until November 2025. Nothing owed, which is something I didn't realize when I moved to California. You could buy a car that actually owes money. But there we go. So questions going to come up about the roof. It was painted black with some kind of like rubberized spray. The original paint on the top and the lacquer was peeling, and this was done by the previous owner as a preventative measure. I think it actually looks good. You could actually strip that back if you wanted to, but I don't know why you would. It looks decent. The car inside, the van inside, is very dry, smells fresh. Don't think it's been smoked in, if ever, in a very long time. It smells like vanilla, in all honesty. You got the visor on top, which I think just makes this thing pop. It looks beautiful. Windshield is good, it's not cracked. There's a few chips on it, what you'd expect from the age. The grille could probably use a repaint if you're really that meticulous about it. The hood is a custom paint job. It's from the theme of Zootopia. You can actually, there's a replacement hood I'm including with this. You can install that if you want it, or you can use the one that's on it. Honestly, it gets good comments everywhere it goes. Could use like a little bit of a paint touch up here and there around the front valence. Obviously the chrome bumper, as you can see, is beautiful. Has the KC lights on it, which do work. Has the beautiful mirrors on the side too, and they're all in good condition, and these help with the length of the vehicle. You can reverse a lot easier with those. All right, so let's just go ahead real quick and show you in the back, because there is a bunch of stuff that's going to come with this van. I'm selling everything with this. It's not like I'm keeping parts here and there. It's all going. I want the next person who owns this to love it as much as I have, and the previous person to me, who is a very close friend, and has had this vehicle since almost new. So, in a nutshell, you get the storage tote, and inside it, it's full of parts, tools, accessories, fuel pumps, the original TBI unit, which you could rebuild if you wanted to. It has a computer in it. It has a huge, and I mean huge, pack of paperwork and receipts. It's had thousands of dollars spent on it. You have a tire pump. You have the steering puller. There's actually, like I said, there's a list on eBay of all the stuff. Has a brand new O2 sensor. There's one already installed on it. All Bosch. We didn't. No corners were cut on costs here. Has the Marley valve covers. You have those too. It has 2 spare fuel pumps just in case you ever need them. This van did have a running issue. We tracked it down eventually to being the TBI regulator, and all it was it hadn't been run for a while and it was kind of clogged up. I put a new had a new kit installed on it, and it brought this back around. It has all the power again, and yeah, what a difference. It has the speakers and AC unit in the back. It has the bench seat in the back which folds down. Again, more pictures in the listing for that. Rear windows which pop out. You could put that AC unit in it if you want to, but you know, that's up to you. Has these cool things on the back. I can't remember what they're called, but I like the way it looks. It kind of has that retro look to it, especially with the wheels. And obviously the doors close and lock fine. It does have power locks all around. They do work. So, well, I mean, you got this visor that they work, come down, cup holder in the back. You know, I think you should be able to tell that this is a really good, you know, good vehicle as it is, but a good starting point if you want to go further with this. So it has the center console in it. There was a TV in there. The wooden trim that goes with it is included. It's in the back, or it will be in the back. It has the CB radio, and it has a satellite radio. This was not intended to be just sold off. It's me. We'll just wait for those aeroplanes to fly by, shall we? So yeah, you can see inside it's in really, really good condition. You have the rear stereo speakers, front stereo speakers, etc., etc. Has the kick panel in the back. This all folds down, makes a nice double bed. You've got the captain's seats. These can turn around and face each other. The armrests all work as they should. The seat belts all work as they should. You've got the curtains, your blinds. The blinds were refretted. They were expensive, like actually more expensive than you would think to have those redone. But they are redone and they are ready for the new owner. It's had soft white LED lights installed throughout. Obviously the switch is off, but you can kind of get an idea from that they're, you know, nice. Won't run your battery down as quick. It has LED side lights too, and they run along the sides of each side. You have the cigarette lighter outputs on each side too. Air vents in the back, rear AC which all works, rear heat also works. Generally, I think you can see the condition of it. This outline is where that storage tote was originally sat. That will go away when it's vacuumed. Has the ports for the table. Don't have the table, but you can get one pretty easily for it. Just a van table, and there is another one too. And you know, you can see everything is pretty damn good clean. You have a rear privacy curtain too. I forgot to mention that, which slides across, and you can basically, you know, you can kind of sleep in here without anyone really needing to know that you're in here. I mean, I've done that a couple of times when I've been out on the roads, and used to take a lot of trips up to like Santa Barbara area and just park up by the ocean and sleep for an hour or two, or sleep all night. You know, it's honestly doing that a couple of times, you start to get why this is pretty cool. So yeah, the condition of it, yeah, you know, it could use a little bit of a detail, but at the same time, it's 88, so it's got some years on it, but it will clean up. On the passenger side, the birds decided to target practice on this, and but again, it will clean up. No rust on the kicker panels or anything on the rockers, I should say. You know, usual stuff. Doghouse is pretty clean. It's all there. The companion mats, this was all done by a company way back when this vehicle was new. It had all of the branding installed for it. Has the dash mat, and it is the one fitted to this dash, and the dash is not cracked or anything like that. It is absolutely immaculate. This vehicle did spend a lot of time in a garage, you know, but again, time just pays its toll on these vehicles, you know. Yep. So, oh, and the smoker's windows, those are pretty cool too. I like that. So one thing I'd say about this is that it could use a little touch up here and there. It's just fiberglass. You could actually take it off. It's just screws in, and you know, it could use some of the trim here, just gluing back together. I haven't done it. I think this is something that really could use having that removed and you know, done, but you could live with it as it is. You know, it looks fine. I'm pretty particular about my vehicles, and this one was really designed for me to be able to get out and just enjoy getting out, you know, to the ocean and not worrying too much. But then I got a little bit crazy and started doing stuff to it. This one is probably the worst one. There's a little bit of damage right here. Again, you could get that pulled back out, bit of glue, fiberglass behind it, whatever, repaint it. And it's the same here, you know, this is where the sun has baked that, but you know, maybe carrying too much is a problem. And obviously it has the chrome rear spare wheel cover and the bracket and everything, and it's tidy. It's very tidy. All right, so meat and potato time. This is where you want to be. So up front, you've got, again, more lights, and they're LED, same thing. You've got CB radio with intercom, so if you've got people in the back, you can pretend you're an airline and tell people to shut the hell up and get the seatbelts on, you know. You've got all the switches for the lights, the controls. Currently they're all off, but the good thing is when you turn them on, they actually light up, which is very important, as I found out, because you run your battery down if you don't. You know, so, and that one on the right is the spare one. You've got satellite radio. It's ready for you to put your account on it. All you need to do is get the code off of here, and you could do that. You have CB radio. So that works clearly, right? And again, you've got your lights up front, and all of that all works. You've got a Kenwood stereo system. Currently this is connected to the satellite radio, so that makes a really nice pass-through. And you've got USB input, and obviously you've got regular FM radio too.
Join the tan and green. The Riverside
plenty loud enough. Windshield wipers work. You got a phone holder here, and inside here you have the cigarette lighter with the USB out. I'm sorry, not USB, but you know, you can put a USB outlet in there. Ashtray. I mean, it may have been smoked in a very long time ago, but it certainly doesn't look like much. Or if it, maybe that's just even a little bit of corrosion, but it's hard to really tell sometimes. I usually look up here and, you know, you can kind of see just the tiniest little bit of discoloration, but not on that side. So it, if they did, I think it was very little. And of course it was the original owners, and you know, they didn't have it long. Okay, so then you've got your KC headlight switch right here. You've got your fan settings for the rear. I don't know if you can hear that, but, and it's the same for the AC. On this side, you hear the engine pick up, the AC kicks in. It's had the whole AC system redone. It's been converted to modern gas. It was flushed, it was done right, it wasn't done cheap. And all the fan settings work too. The defrost works on it. All the light bulbs in the dash have been upgraded to the LED, which at nighttime makes a big difference. This gear selector was also replaced, the light in it, so I don't know if we'll be able to see, but you know, they are on. You've got brand new, I forget, Hella headlights, LED headlight conversion. I think we paid like $250-ish for that, just for the lights, not including the install and the connections for it. So, and those really light up the world, let me tell you. And no people are flashing at you. It's pointed down correctly. It's set right. So you're good to go with that. And they've been like that for a good year or so, and it makes a world of difference. Okay, so all the gauges work. It's had a brand new oil sender installed because the oil pressure gauge was flicking up and down, and it was driving me nuts that it was doing that. And I know it's a common issue with those, that they fail. So you can see this van's been running. I've been driving it for like 10-15 miles. Temperature is nice and steady. Oil pressure is sort of in the middle-ish, and you know, the oil pressure is good on this. And you know, you can hear the sound. It's got the factory exhaust system on it with cat. It's smogged past that flying colors, no issues at all. And yeah, actually the guy who was smogging it was making a comment about the original exhaust system. This vehicle has been taken care of. It's not been running with missing cylinders. It's been run right, and it has really been taken care of. It's had new electric window switches in the front, and of course those windows work. Front passenger side, power locks, all working. Yeah, you know, and obviously you've got your door handle here. That handle was replaced. This one is the original one. It's a little worn. You can get these on Amazon for like 12 bucks. It's up to you if you want to go that way with it. You've got your cup holders and stuff like that. And yeah, it's, man, you got your visors, you got your mirror on that side. It's just a nice place to be. Drove this back from Austin, Texas, like late last year, and it drove absolutely great. No problem at all. I'll just go ahead, put it in gear. But before I do that, actually, you've got your turn signals. That's all working. And yeah, you've got your tilt steering too. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, so put it in gear, and we'll just say it in drive. You know, shifts absolutely silky smooth. And the crazy thing about this is, for the vehicle size that it is, if you really need to get out, you can get out. Like it will spin the back wheels. That was what blew my mind about this. Brakes in a straight line, accelerates in a straight line, steers in a straight line. Reverse gear, just to show you that that engages and works. There's no delay, it's not labored, it's not, what do you call it, transmission flaring between gears. Hopefully that little burst shows you that it can go. Put it in park. It is just stunningly beautiful for what it is. You know, it's you know, I don't want to give you the impression that it's perfect. It is not. It could use a little bit more TLC. If you're into the van scene, or if you know people who are into the van scene, this is the type of vehicle they appreciate. To show you under the hood real quick. Yeah, had the new Optima battery installed last year. Had the brakes bled on it. Had power steering flushed. Transmission fluid in it is red. It's not brown. It's not burnt. It smells great. It just runs beautiful. The AC runs fine, as you saw. Well, you'll know when you buy it. It's not. One thing I would say about the AC in this car is that it is the old style system with the older style condenser at the front. It could be upgraded to take the modern I think it's condenser, but it could be upgraded to take the modern style system, which would make it more efficient. But it does cool down, it gets cold, and especially because the back AC unit works as well, it does, you know, bring the temperature in the van down. You know, down here in Southern California we get up into the hundreds, and this definitely brings it down to a comfortable state. If you're at the lights for any prolonged period of time, it does start to warm up again, but you know, I think that's just the nature of it running on a modern gas. It's not running on the R12, it's not quite the same, but it is reliable and it works, and the most important thing is it doesn't leak. So yeah, you're very good to go with that. Has a transmission cooler on the front too, and it has the tow hitch on the back. I forgot to mention that. It's had all the front turn signals done. There was a, let's see. Oh, and just while I'm here, got a nice loud horn too. So you can see the markers like. Just go to the back real quick. So the rear markers are lit up too. And the license plate light works, but you know, I'm not going to crawl down there. Check the listing out. There's pictures under the vehicle too. It is for a 7 vehicle what you'd expect, rust free. Absolutely a pleasure to work on. Everything just comes undone when you need it to. Doesn't leak, drives great. It gets reasonably good gas mileage. Depends really on how you drive it. If you're able to sit at sort of 60-65, this will do 15-16 miles per gallon. As soon as you start getting up above 70 though, it comes down. And anyone who knows these vehicles will know that. That's just the size of the vehicle. You can't really avoid it. Even the modern transit vans get 16, 17 miles per gallon at 70 miles per hour. So, you know, let's just be honest, it is what it is. It's the type of vehicle. But, you know, on final looks, I think this vehicle just, yeah, it's good. And you've got pretty much brand new. I think they've got 1,000 miles on them at the most, the Toyo tires. So yeah, she's good to go. And let's be honest, everybody likes the sound of a V8. If you don't, you're a Tesla guy, and that's fine, whatever. But for me, what makes me smile is the sound of a V8, especially one that rumbles. And this one definitely does that. So let's give you that little victory press on the gas pedal. Man, that never gets old. Okay, well, I hope you like this, and thanks for the interest, and good luck if you're planning on bidding on it or buying it. I'll be available if you have any questions. Just let me know. Thanks again, Matt.